Hey guys, Mark again. So if you hear from my previous video, we were talking about how the 4 books that really inspired me to get to where I am now. If you're not from that video, then make sure you check it out. I'll put that in the link above. And yeah, welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, I talk about social media, talk about making money online. And if you like that kind of thing, make sure you subscribe for more, because we've got lots more videos coming up. We've got quite a few videos on the channel already, and we've got lots more planned. So make sure you check out the other videos as well. So in this video, I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to talk about how I grew my Instagram channel from about 100 followers all the way up to about 20,000. So I had my Instagram channel for quite a while actually. I've had it for maybe about 3 years. So for the first couple of years, I would post very randomly, maybe like once a month. If that, I'd post like a picture of a learner that's passed their test. The same as most other driving instructor Instagram channels that you might have seen. It's not really much, it's just pictures of people holding up the certificate saying, yeah, I passed. But in the last few months, I changed the name of the Instagram account to Driving Test Tips, just so it's more in line with what I was actually starting to do. So first of all, I started posting normal landscape videos on Instagram TV, which were like, some of them were half an hour long, some of them were 20 minutes long, 5 minutes long, and it wasn't really getting much traction. You see a couple of views here and there, but it's better than it was doing before, but not really much, in terms of the volume that I'm going to talk about in a bit. I also did a video about TikTok as well, so if you want to watch that, make sure you click on the video above, and it shows you how I grew my channel on TikTok. But this video is talking about Instagram. So on TikTok is basically Reels, and once you've uploaded on TikTok, you can then download that footage and upload it somewhere else. So I started doing that, but the only problem is it had the TikTok logo on it. Apparently, when Instagram sees that, it's not really gonna push it that much, because they don't want to push another platform's video. Also, it reduces the quality as well. So when you download a video from TikTok that you've already uploaded, 1, it's gonna have the logo on it for TikTok, and 2, it's gonna be lower quality. When it really took off was when I started to use Reels, like my own Reels. So the footage that I would upload to TikTok, I would upload it separately to Instagram as well as a Reel. And then I would use the same 4 hashtags, which are related to driving. I didn't do anything else, just use the same hashtags, then a small caption, and then posted it. What I then realized, or what I then learned, was that Instagram was actually starting to focus onto Reels. So if you don't understand what Reels are in Instagram, so you got the normal post, then you got story, which is that you put in towards your profile picture, and then people can see it that are following you. And then you've also got Reels, which are basically kind of like what TikTok is doing, the portrait version of the videos, so the one that fills up the whole phone. So Instagram was starting to focus more on that. That's what I started to do. I started to film my things portrait. That's when it started to blow up. If you want to kind of grow big on Instagram at the moment, I believe if you start using Reels, you're gonna have a good chance, because that's what they're focusing on more, because they've seen how successful TikTok is, and they've seen that those kind of images that fill up the whole screen work. That's why TikTok is so big, because you can just see one clip and then flick to the next one, flick to the next one, which is what Instagram is doing now as well. So if you want to kind of do that, start thinking about doing your videos in Reel format, and then post lots of, once a day at least. That's what I was doing. I was doing once a day, and that's when I started to see lots of growth. I would also engage with people that are following me as well, and people that are commenting in the videos, because obviously when you comment on the video, that adds to the virality of it. So Instagram will start thinking this video is really good, people are engaging in it. What I chose not to do deliberately is engage with people that are not being very nice on there. And because I've seen other accounts on TikTok and Instagram where people that have created something, and then they get someone saying something on the comments, and then they go back and attack them like, oh, you idiot, whatever. I've chosen not to do that, because 1, you're kind of giving them a platform to then carry on saying whatever they want to say, and 2, I don't want to concentrate on negativity. And I've learned so far in the last few months that once I just kind of ignore it, I don't think about it anymore. I'm not that person that's going to be bugging about it at night, thinking, oh my God, that person hates my content. What I don't want to do is start engaging with the people that don't like it, or people that just there to cause problems, basically. I ignore them completely. Sometimes if somebody says something constructive, even though it might not sound very nice, I'll kind of talk to them and engage with them on that level. But I've made a rule that if I've talked to somebody and then they're still ignorant on the second comment, that's it. I don't talk to them anymore. I just leave it. I don't block them or anything like that. I just don't chat to them anymore. Some people I block if they're really horrible. Most of the time you see that other people in the comments will actually talk to them and kind of educate them on what they're saying. That's why if you get into that position where you're gonna get people saying some things on the comments, don't get yourself too personally involved, because remember, it's just Instagram. Some of these people, you're not gonna see them in real life anyway. They're not your friends or close associates, so ignore them. So a tip that I got from a friend of mine, actually, I'll ask him and see if he wants his handle in the video. If he does, I'll put it up. If he doesn't, I won't put it up. But basically, he told me that once I posted a reel, I can put it as a normal post as well. That's one of the options in Instagram. But he said also a step further is to use that reel in your story, because when you post your reel, not everyone's gonna see it. Instagram, you only show it to a select few people, and then depending on how those people respond to it, that's when it's gonna get shown to more people. But you can also get that same reel and post it as a story, which will get more engagement. And especially with stories, you can add links and stuff. You can, once you get to a certain number of followers, you can add links, you can add other things. You can tell people to go, here, you can tell them to go there. So definitely it worked for me, because once I started posting the reels and then using that as a story as well, one, it gave me more content to use for people that might not have seen it. And two, it gave me more engagement, because now people will be sometimes messaging me through the story, or asking me questions through the story, because not everyone's going to be comfortable with making a comment. Sometimes people don't want to look silly, especially my channel. Remember, it's about advice. So some people don't want to look silly. They'll have a question, but they don't want to ask it through the comments. So they'll message me from from the story. Oh, by the way, what is this about? Or can you explain a bit more? Or I thought it was this way. And that way you can start building relationships with people. You can start building sort of a foundation with the followers, and then they start to trust you, which is ultimately their main goal, because you want to build a community at the end of the day. So I probably wouldn't be doing this right now if it wasn't for some YouTubers that I watched. I wouldn't be creating content. I wouldn't be doing all this stuff that I'm really enjoying right now. So if you want to see the 5 YouTubers that really helped me to get to where I am now in terms of my mindset, in terms of being confident, check out the next video. I explain to you all the YouTubers that really helped me to get from where I was before, which was not making any content, to where I am now, where I'm kind of confident behind the camera and gaining a following on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube as well. So if you want to know who those YouTubers are, make sure you watch the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully you learned from it. Apply some of those things that I've shown you, and I'll see you on the next video.